wouldn't be a games convention, it wouldn't be Gamescom if we didn't meet up with Image and Form and Brjann here. But I guess what we're going to talk about this time around is not a game that's about to be released, or not any new content, more about sort of the road that you've had with SteamWorld Heist, sort of your most ambitious game to date. It's been very well received and you're bringing it out to more platforms. What would you say is the sort of the current state of the game and
So the current state of SteamWorld Heist is, I should also say that there wouldn't be any games convention for me without Bengt. So yeah, but yeah, the current state right now is that we have been very privileged that we are, in the sense that we are now putting out our first physical title ever. Nintendo called us up and asked us if we wanted to be part of the prestigious Nintendo Selects brand. So Nintendo is actually distributing our games physically for us. So they're doing a Wii U release of SteamWorld Collection, which is SteamWorld Dig and SteamWorld Heist in one physical package. The first time I talked to them, I actually misheard the guy I was talking to. He was a German guy, so I actually couldn't believe that he was saying what he was saying, because Nintendo Selects is what Nintendo, they cherry pick really strong titles to be part of this Nintendo Selects brand physically. And they've never done any game that is not a Nintendo game before, which is why I thought I misheard him, because it's an impossible thing. But yeah, they're starting with SteamWorld Collection, and hopefully they're going to do more third-party titles down the line. But I guess they wanted to start with some really good content. Yeah.
Yeah. And it is an opportunity as well, because a lot of gamers these days are sort of fully familiar with the digital. They know how to get a hold of smaller titles and indie titles and all that sort of stuff. But it sort of opens you up to a little bit of a wider audience, that audience that still buy a physical game, that maybe buying it at the supermarket or something like that.
Exactly. It'll be very interesting to see how it affects digital sales. Everyone I'm talking to is saying that it's almost like two different customer groups. So we'll see how it goes. What we did was we just made sure that it's coming out worldwide for Wii U. And in the process, since we were making the product anyway, we decided to do a worldwide launch of a physical PlayStation 4 version of the collection as well. So yeah, SteamWorld Dig and SteamWorld Heist is coming at a fantastic price to customers of physical games. Now, this is just an incredible value. I'm not going to tell you what it's going to cost, because it's crazy. Yeah.
But you're still making some money, right?
Yeah, well, luckily we are, yeah.
Good thing. Did you ever think of giving it some extra added content, anything like bells and whistles, or is it just the straight games that players have may have downloaded already?
Well, no, it's a good question. We produced a DLC for SteamWorld Heist. SteamWorld Heist was quite popular when it came out, so we realized that this is a game that lends itself well to DLC. So the first few months we just dedicated ourselves to making strong DLC for SteamWorld Heist, and that is actually included in the physical product. And we are going to continue to make DLC for SteamWorld Heist. We just see the demand. People want it, and so yeah, we're going to give it to them.
Anything you can say about that? Like what kind of, is it something that's similar to what you've already brought out, or do you have other ideas for DLC?
We have other ideas for DLC.
That's all right. Then we know. That's the headline. Other ideas for DLC coming to SteamWorld Heist.
That's right.
Soon?
Yeah, very soon. But also quite lighthearted. It'll be fun, and we're bringing out both paid DLC and free DLC. So yeah, it'll be fun.
Across all platforms, because now it's sort of a growing number of platforms for Heist as well.
Yeah, it's a bastard to work with now, because now there is so much to attend to. But yeah, it's definitely coming to all platforms.
What platforms are you out on now? It's Heist?
Sorry, so it's out on 3DS. It is on Steam or PC, Mac, Linux, on PS4, PS Vita, and at the end of September it's coming to Wii U, both digitally and physically then. And After that, there aren't that many platforms left, but we are bringing it to Xbox One and to iOS as well. We didn't bring SteamWorld Dig to iOS. It was mainly it was like a control scheme thing that it wouldn't lend itself very well to because there were so many exact jumping moments in the game. But this is a turn-based, take your time. Heist is SteamWorld Heist is a turn-based game. You take your time. And I find myself playing it on the iPad, preferably right now, because it looks stunning. The touch input is just perfect for the game. So yeah.
Great to see it on a big portable screen as well. I mean, it lends itself well to that.
Right. Although it seems like my hands have sort of become accustomed to the 3DS. It's like it's sort of mold themselves around the unit. But so that's it. I can't think of any other platforms that we are missing.
Any current platforms, we should say.
We should say that, exactly. Right. Current major platforms. So Heist is coming out to everything that is currently out there, yeah.
Would you say that, like, we all know that there's something that's going to come out early next year called the NX. Is that something you're thinking about bringing that game to, or will you sort of start anew and whatever next will hit that, or how do you see it?
Well, obviously the NX is... Nintendo has never... With every new thing that they've been putting out, they've always surprised us, right? So we're very excited to see what that thing is going to be. I mean, hopefully it's a pleasant surprise, let's put it that way.
You could play games on it, so you could put a game out on it.
Exactly, yeah, we don't even know that, right? But I think it's safe to say that at some point we are going to develop for that platform, because I mean for Nintendo we made games for their latest platforms. It's the DSi, the 3DS, the Wii U, and obviously, I mean, if we can just keep a good relation with Nintendo, hopefully we can put out titles also for the NX. But we'll see what it is. I mean, we hope it's not a VR unit or something that which would sort of put us out of the running, because I think we're going to continue to do what we do best, which is sort of warm and fuzzy 2D games. But yeah, obviously, I think if there's a new platform coming and you have a couple of solid games in your back pocket and they're not totally old already, it's like getting them on there is something that we hope to do. Yeah.
Cool. As always, it's a pleasure talking to you, and I wish you could talk a little bit more about what's cooking. I know there's some great stuff coming from you guys, but do you have any hint when you might be able to talk about the DLC, or when you will reveal that?
That's going to be revealed very, very soon. It's just we decided to sort of, when we know the release date, then we're going to look at an announcement date for things. Also for whatever next game we may have in the works. We are going to announce it when we actually can see the end of the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. Yeah.
So it'll be a shorter window between announcement and release.
Yeah, most definitely. I think you can sort of, if you put a cheese out in the open, it's you're not, if it stays out too long, you're not going to want to eat it, unless it's French cheese or something like that. But this is Swedish, yeah. Very good analogy, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the first time any game developers compare their games to cheese, but I think it's a great ending note. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us again.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure.